welcome to the Front Office Podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Cameron, and as always, our show is sponsored by Tees and Trees Clothing. Tees and Trees is where we stand on business. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're checking into the show. We appreciate the check-in. All of our subscribers, welcome back. If you are not a subscriber, make sure you hit the follow, like, share, and notification button so you can get your notifications earlier whenever I drop new content. What's happening? It is Saturday morning, playoff Saturday, NBA playoffs. You know, I know we're kind of torn. Some people think the NBA is trash. We still got some people who enjoy actually good basketball. So I'm excited. Kids, last couple of days of spring break, yeah, they definitely done ate us out of house and home. But, you know, you got to enjoy that time with your kids. And, you know, whether you're traveling, please be safe, or you're staying at home like us and just spending some time. You know, it's good things, good shit. I love good parenting because our kids need it. Our kids need it right now, probably more than ever, man. But got a good show today. We want to talk about the playoffs, some matchups. I'm going to give out some picks. I did want to put up my prize picks lineup, but, you know, I'm going to go ahead and put it up right here because I can go back and edit it. But this is what I'm going with prize picks today, man. You can follow. Don't be tagging me and shit if you lose. Bet at your own risk. Your money is your money. But I'm going to go. That's what I'm going with today. All right. So let's talk about it. The NBA playoffs. The NBA playoffs are starting today. We're going to give our picks real quick. Production, can we get the graphic on the playoff picture and what we looking like? In the East, you can see we have the Cavs going to be going against the Heat. We got Boston versus the Magic. We got Milwaukee and Indiana, and New York and the Pistons. In the West, we got OKC's going to be taking on Memphis. The 2 seed in the West is, I'm not actually looking at the graphic right now, y'all. Houston is going to be playing the Warriors, and we got the 4-5 matchup with the Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. Should be a good one. And we got the Lakers versus the T-Wolves. Let's start with picks. All right, I'll start with picks, and then I'll give a breakdown of each series real quick. Picks, I'm taking Cleveland definitely over the Heat. I'm definitely taking Boston over the Magic. I like the Pistons. I'll discuss it in the breakdown. I like the Pistons over the Knicks, and I don't know if Dame's playing, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bucks in that Indiana Bucks series. I'm going to take the Bucks. I don't know if he's playing. I'm kind of just going off a whim. I haven't done the research. I've heard different things, blah, blah, blah. Give me the Bucks, though. I like the Bucks in that series. Out West, I definitely like OKC in that Memphis series. Memphis can give them a run for their money. I think they can make it interesting and get 2 games, but it's just too much. OKC, they got a great bench. Starters, they got the MVP over there. Yeah. Thunder and 6, man. I like the Warriors to upset the Rockets. Even though the Rockets should be favored, they should be. They've been playing great all year. Young team, very athletic, great coaching. I just don't think they're ready for that championship pedigree that's about to come into that building. So let me get the Warriors. In the Lakers T-Wolves series, let me get the Lakers. And also in the 4 and 5, I like the Nuggets. I like the Nuggets over the Clippers. All right, so let's talk about a quick breakdown of each series. Starting in the East with the Cavs and the Heat. The Heat won a play-in matchup game against the Atlanta Hawks last night. Heat are not a bad team, but they're not ready for what the Cavs have. They got a 3-headed monster between Garland, Mitchell, and Mobley. Jared Allen's been playing great. They got great role players. Wade, the guy they got from Atlanta, Hunter, Okuro. They're too deep. It's gonna be too much for the Heat to overcome. But I'll give them a game. I say a gentleman sweep in that particular series. Tyler Hero's, on his way. He's on the right trajectory to be an elite player. But even if he averages 30 in this series, you're gonna need Bam to step up. Davion Mitchell actually had a really good game last night. I'm gonna watch him a little bit more. Looks like he's kind of coming to his own right now. It might have been momentum last night. We're going to see. We're going to see if that game traveled. It traveled to Atlanta last night. Let's see if it makes it to Cleveland on Sunday. Next series is the Celtics versus the Magic. I like the Magic. The Magic are a good team. They got a great front court with Banchero and the Wagner twins. Cole Anthony is a very capable point guard. Jalen Suggs is out, but they still got KCP in the backcourt. Anthony Black, the young man from Arkansas, I think he's in his second year, stepping up, having a good year. They defend. They play well. They defend. They got Carter down low. They got Isaac coming off the bench. Their defensive team is just too much firepower over there in Boston. It's just too much damn firepower. It's too many mismatch. You have nobody to guard Tatum. You have nobody to guard Brown. They're gonna, believe me, they're guys that are gonna attempt, but it's just not gonna happen. Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Pritchard coming off of the bench. It's too much. Hauser, yeah, I like the Celtics in 5 for sure. Celtics in 5. Indiana and Milwaukee. I think this series is intriguing just because of the matchups. They don't have a matchup for Giannis, but if Dame doesn't play, I do think Indiana can hurt them on the perimeter. They have to shoot the ball well. They have to shoot it well from the outside. They have to play fast. Halliburton has to be Halliburton. Can't have those spurts when you're going out here and just looking like you just out here getting cardio, bro. You got to bring it in this series. If the Pacers want to win, I personally am picking the Bucks. I like Bobby Portis being back for them. I think that's a big piece that was missing. Kuzma, for all the goofy shit he does add value to a rotation like that with Giannis and Dame and Bobby Portis in it. Brook Lopez just needs to be steady. I think he shoots a little bit too many threes, but I get it. You're trying to extend your career. You're not trying to go down there and bang around in the paint all the time and getting hurt. They're going to need you to do a little dirty work this series. He needs to be on the boards. Again, I like the Bucks. I like the Bucks in that series, man. I just think, especially if Dame plays, I definitely like the Bucks. Halliburton had a lot to say to Dame. Let's not forget, Halliburton had a lot to say to Dame during the whole Dame time in the first NBA Cup. And I don't think Dame forgot. I don't think Dame forgot. In the 3-6 game or a series, who is the 3-6? Oh, the Pistons. The Pistons and the Knicks. This is the most intriguing playoff matchup for me throughout the playoffs. Maybe besides Denver and the Clippers. This one I think is even. The Knicks have star power. Damn, I said star powder. The Knicks have star power. They have veteran players. Not championship pedigree, but you got guys who've been deep into the playoffs. Tom Thibodeau, sturdy coach, and you got home court advantage. Here's why I'm taking the Pistons. I think it is going to be a matchup problem for Cade Cunningham. You're going to have to hide Jalen Brunson, who is a decent defender. He's not bad. It's just he's too small to guard Cade Cunningham. You can put Bridges on him. You can put Hart on him. You can, rotate all these guys. But Cade Cunningham has been having an all-star year. He's been sturdy for the Pistons all season, and he doesn't look like he's slowing down at all. He is a problem. He is a matchup problem for the Knicks. Tim Hardaway Jr., we need to remember this. Former Knick would love to come into the Garden and stun him. He's a big moment guy. I know a lot of people, throw him away. He doesn't perform here. He didn't do well in the finals last year. But I've seen him play well in big moments. This is a big moment for him. I think he'll have a great series. Tobias Harris, good matchup problem. He's a good matchup problem. He can shoot. He can put the ball on the floor. He makes the right pass. He rebounds. He can score. He's nobody's favorite guy. But on that team, in his role, I think he's going to be extremely important. Jalen Duren, I think, is the most physical player in the series besides Isaiah Stewart. I don't think anybody on the Knicks can match up to that. Not saying that they're going to back down. I just don't think that Karl Anthony Towns is going to be able to outmuscle Jalen Duren when it comes down to getting rebounds. I don't see it, but we shall see. Again, I like the Pistons. I like the Pistons in that series, man. I do think that's going to be one for the ages, I think. I think that series is going to go 7, man. So just a quick recap in the East. I'm picking the Cavs. I'm taking the Bucks. I'm taking the Celtics. And I'm also taking the Pistons. All right. So let's move over to the West Coast where it's going to get a little bit more dicey. All right. Over to the West Coast, man. First playoff matchup is the number 1 OKC Thunder versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis beat Dallas in a playoff game last night, or play-in, I should say, and they have advanced. They've advanced, and their reward, you get to play the best team in the NBA. record wise. um, I don't think Memphis has a chance in this series. Now, Memphis has the firepower. Desmond Bain is a dog. John Morant is a dog. They have great pieces over there in Memphis, but they just haven't brought it all together. I think with the firing of the coach, it's going to either go one way. Either they're going to fall apart or not be able to get it done, or they're going to come together and do some amazing shit. I don't see the amazing shit. I'm going with OKC in 5. All right. Second series is the Houston Rockets, who are the second seed in the West, versus the Golden State Warriors. Championship pedigree versus young, athletic, good coaching on both sides. This one is going to be interesting because I would love how to see how the matchups play off. And that's my thing with the NBA and people complaining. Oh, they shoot too many threes. Well, how are they getting open for these threes? Are you even watching the offense? Are you seeing what's generating these particular shots? You got to go with the flow of the game. I'm not saying that they could, the game would be hurt if they shot a little bit less threes, but it's a game of analytics now. And I think you have to grow with it. I understand it. I can see it. And I'm not ultra entertained, but playoff basketball is a different level. And I think we're going to see that with the Golden State Warriors. I'm going with Golden State strictly for one reason. Jimmy Butler. He is the X factor in the series, period. If Jimmy is playoff Jimmy, and playoff Jimmy is a unselfish, he can go out and get you 20. He can get you 10 rebounds. He'll give you 8 assists. Playoff Jimmy is an absolute X factor. And if he is anywhere near that and Steph Curry can shoot the ball well, I like the Warriors, man. I don't think Houston is ready to take that next leap. But now they could smoke them. Houston could win 4-1 easy. I can see that. I do. But I'm going to take the Warriors. My gut feeling is I think the Warriors are going to try to make one more run. And the way that you do that is you go ahead and knock off a top seed. Knock off Houston, and you got a good, favorable matchup in the next round. The 4-5 matchup, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to do the Lakers one last. I'm doing the Lakers one last. The 4-5 matchup is going to be Denver and the Clippers. I like Denver, man. I like Denver in this series. The Clippers have been playing great basketball. Kawhi Leonard looks healthy. James Harden has had a super underrated year. They got great contributions from Norman Powell, Zubac, good coaching by Ty Lue. The Clippers should win this series. The Clippers should win this series, and shout out to my homie Jizzle. We bet a little bit on some of this. I took Denver, he took the Clippers. But the reason why I like Denver is because of the pick and roll matchup with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. That pick and roll that they do, and you add in the element of Russell Westbrook being able to cause havoc whenever he's on the floor. That's probably one of the hardest pick and rolls to guard in basketball right now when they run it to their full potential. Now, they also, too, let go of their coach, so that is going to play a factor, especially when the game starts slowing down. You start looking at playoff matchups and things of that nature, but the team seems unfazed. Aaron Gordon showed up with a black eye in his press conference the other day, or in shoot around. I don't know what the fuck that is about. Did you fight a teammate, or are you practicing MMA on the side? More to come with that shit. But yeah, let me take Denver, man. I like Denver in 6. Mainly because I think the Harden and Murray matchup can be exposed if Harden actually goes out there, or I think they're going to try to attack him. I think they should, and if they're successful, I think it's going to be hard for the Clippers to bounce back from that as far as that much perimeter play. The last series is with the Los Angeles Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. This one is loaded with stars, okay? You got Anthony Edwards, you got Julius Randle, Gobert, going against, LeBron, Austin Reeves, of course, Luka. This one is going to be interesting as far as the matchups is concerned. I've been very impressed with how J.J. Redick approaches the game, how he approaches with an attacking defense style. They don't really play defense like an NBA team. They play more of pressure basketball, kind of like a college team. I mean, you have your moments when it's one-on-one and they slow it down and everybody matches up. But for the most part, man, they are really pressure defense team. And it's going to be interesting to see if the T-Wolves can handle that. Because if the T-Wolves can handle that pressure, I'm not sure that JJ, I don't know what the next move is. As a fan, I can't see what his next move would be. I think Anthony Edwards is going to have a big series. I think he's going to probably average around 30, 32 a game. I think the key for the Lakers to win this series is really, I think they have the matchup as far as LeBron and Julius Randle. I think that's going to be a key thing in this series. Can Bron keep him under control, not going off for 22 and 10, not being a super threat on the outside or inside? Can Bron's body hold up, and can he deal with playing that 4 position for the series? Because if Julius Randle wants to play down low, if I'm JJ Redick, I'm super happy because now we can clog the paint because I'm not worried about Gobert spreading the floor. Now when Reed comes in the game, Naz Reid, he can spread the floor. He can spread the floor. But as far as shooters are concerned, you got DiVincenzo, you got Randle. Jaden Daniels is not really a three-point threat, but you don't want to give him too many open shots. McDaniels that comes off the bench, Alexander McDaniel, I think his name is, definitely can spread the floor. So they have weapons to deal with that spread or that attacking type of defense as the Lakers. I think it's just going to come down to if LeBron can win his matchup, which I think he can, and if the Lakers can generate turnovers, if they can keep them in the red as far as turnovers are concerned. NBA game is a lot of turnovers. Mike Conley is a sturdy point guard. He really doesn't do a bad job of bringing the ball up, but can he hurt you? Can he hurt you? If he can't hurt you, if you're the Lakers, great. You want to go out here and be a floor general. I just don't need you being able to drive and dish. I need you on the perimeter, shooting threes, not really running your offense. We want to put all this on Anthony Edwards. He needs to beat us by himself because nobody's going to stop him. There's not no – Vanderbilt's going to bother him. They'll throw Vincent out there. They'll throw LeBron out there. They'll throw multiple bodies out there to deal with him. But nobody's going to stop him, especially if he gets it going. So I think you got to live with that if your JJ is shutting down everybody else. You don't want Gobert adding 15 and 10 on top of that. You don't want Randle getting double-double, 17 and 10 on top of that. That's a recipe for disaster. The good thing is you got the home court advantage, and you have Luka fucking Doncic. Luka Doncic absolutely feasts on the fucking Timberwolves. He does. He's a matchup problem. You can't really guard him. The trade-off for that is you can't attack him on the other end. I think Reeves and Luka are going to get in a lot of pick-and-roll situations, both of them, because those are the guys that weaker defenders. You have to attack them, but the way that JJ plays his defense and the way they've drawn up defensive schemes, there's always help. There's always help, and everybody rotates. If this guy goes over to help, this guy's going to hedge here, and that guy's going to hedge in the back, and that's what's been so impressive about their defense. It doesn't look like an NBA defense. It looks like more of a real man-to-man, high-pressured college-style defense, almost like 40 minutes of hell without the press type shit. Like, that's how they play defense. That's what they did to Jokic. That's what they've done to a number of good teams, and I've seen them be successful. Now, do you have another move? Because this is the NBA playoffs, and in the NBA playoffs, coaches make adjustments. So it'll be very interesting, but I'm going to take the Lakers. I like the Lakers in 6, not Lakers in 5. I like the Lakers in 6, man. I think Bron is going to win that matchup, and I think Luka's going to dominate. And if that happens, then that means that other guys are eating. Austin Reeves, Jackson Hayes has to be big on the boards. You're not – Gobert's not going to hurt you offensively, but you can't just let him come in there and get 20 rebounds. You have to keep him off the boards just like Bron has to do with Randle. But we'll see how it plays out. I just wanted to make sure I got a quick episode up today. Hopefully it'll be out before the first playoff game starts at 1 o'clock. It's been real. I am your host, Marcus Cameron. T's and Trees at the Clothing Line. Peace.